The biggest cliffhanger yet in the Bad Batch season. So, the ending of Return to Kamino was extremely disheartening, cold, shivering, and it sent shockwaves all throughout the fandom that one era is now over and another is beginning. The Imperial era is officially going onward with Tarkin, Rampart, and so forth. The destruction of Topoka City was something to behold, but not only that, inside those facilities, we know that there are heroes are running away. It is Omega, Hunter, Tech, Wrecker, and even Crosshair, who seems to be now reformed. Well, even though there's a couple of days remaining until we find out how they escape, we actually know how they will, or at least we can actually presume what they will do to escape Kamino finally, and probably the grasp of the Empire as of right now. Ironically though, Star Wars The Bad Batch Season 1 Episode 15, Return to Kamino, has already hinted inside this episode as to the answer to this question. You see, the moment they land, who is an expert on Kamino? We see that Omega takes the helm. Everybody else is basically following her lead, including Hunter. The young clone knows the secrets of Kamino far better than anyone in the group, including the Empire itself, and even seems to be able to navigate the underwater tube networks beneath the city, and she seems to know the layout of underwater canals and even the facilities themselves. This is part of the answer. This means that she is in a unique position to get the gang out of the collapsing city to somewhere safe, and because the Empire doesn't know that these tube networks exist, they won't be expecting the team to be able to get away. Furthermore, they won't know that they need destroying these underwater tube networks, and therefore they won't be targeting them. Since Admiral Rampart will conclude that Clone Force 99 together with Crosshair were obliterated when they destroyed Topoka City, this actually will mean that the gang will be officially declared dead. This gives us a whole new world of opportunity. Now that Clone Force 99 will escape, Season 2 will start to look very much Mandalorian-ish because the gang is officially considered dead, of course, and if they stay out of sight and out of mind, the possibilities and the adventures are endless. You see, the entirety of Season 1 was basically spent running from the Empire, hiding away, even from bounty hunters. Now this gives us the opportunity to see the Clone Force 99 completely free and in action, trying to survive a hard and deadly galaxy. However, this doesn't solve all the problems of the Bad Batch. Their ship has been left on a landing platform that can only be accessed from one laboratory, which is Nala Se's laboratory, of course now completely destroyed now that the fleet has torched it completely. So again, even with the secret weapon, which is Omega, how will they actually escape? Well, they may be able to survive the Imperial bombardment, but Clone Force 99 may not be able to get off-world anytime soon. It seems that as of right now, they are stranded on an inhospitable ocean world with no resources at hand. And this is where I think the creatures of Kamino will enter the story. You see, Omega having her secret knowledge is one thing, but they definitely need help to get to that secret platform in the middle of the ocean that is still holding their modified Lambda shuttle so that they can escape. This is when the creature Aiwa will come into play. Now, you've seen these creatures in the movies and even in the comics. Aiwas, also called air whales, are a non-sentient species of winged creatures native to planet Kamino. We see them being mounted by the Kaminoans themselves as they travel from facility to facility and even sometimes underwater. In the end, this is, I think, the key to them escaping. It's these creatures. They have no means of getting to that platform except for these creatures, and I'm pretty sure that Omega has learned a lot from Nala Se, a Kaminoan, as to how to communicate with these creatures and actually how they can transport them out there. And don't forget, they also have another problem, which is Crosshair. Crosshair is completely unconscious. He is just a burden as of right now. Unless he wakes up from the shock, they will need to carry him. It was very hard to see that scene, especially when Crosshair even admits that his chip has been removed long ago. He has just been serving the Empire out of sheer will. Crosshair gave his brothers a chance to join him and the Empire in this chapter, as he has always believed that they were superior to the Regs, to the regular clones. The Empire values strength. He believes that they won't be discarded in favor of stormtroopers like the Regs were because they are superior. Unfortunately, it seems that Crosshair has truly lost his way, and although that doesn't mean that the Bad Batch is ready to give up on him just yet, it will be very interesting to see how the final episode will deal with Crosshair's ambiguity, with both of his feet planted on different sides as of right now. Crosshair has freely put his faith in the Empire, but it seems that this was definitely misplaced, and he slowly understood that as Hunter was talking to him. When the Imperials opened fire and destroyed Kamino's primary facilities, Admiral Rampart, knowing full well that Crosshair was still inside with his band of brothers, this as a result might actually shift the thinking of Crosshair. When he wakes up and realizes that the Empire tried to kill him, but actually his former squad saved his life. They didn't abandon him again, as they chose to blame his brothers for leaving him to be alone and destroying their brotherhood and their friendship. So in conclusion, I think that not only did the gang survive, but they definitely will make their way with the Aiwas who are inside the ocean right now. The gang will mount 1 or 2 Aiwas and make it to the platform where their shuttle will be waiting. This way they can escape Kamino altogether, and now we can have a very interesting season 2. As I said, it will be very Mandalorian-ish because they have no responsibility to anyone, they don't fear anyone because they've been declared dead by the Empire, and they're free to go and do as they please. What do you think ultimately will happen though? Talk to me down below in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed, leave a thumbs up as well, subscribe for dailies. Now you can have an awesome day, Star Wars fans. I'll see you in the next video, and may the Force be with you. Until then.